Hello everyone, today I'm gonna go through the 9th critique video, and today the group will be this group of accounts. So let's get started. So the first impression, I really like the flower mixed portrait together. It's nicely alternately spread out the feed, and the only thing is I'm not sure about the black and white here, although it has a nice contrast. From overall the top 3 row standpoint, I will post another color one to space out just to be consistent, because you are already very consistent in the top 3 row. There's a portrait, and then there's a flower, and then there's a portrait, and I would like this portrait to be colorful also. So that's my take on that. Otherwise, I really like the overall consistency on the flower pattern in here. So great job. Next one. So my first impression is that I like the bouquet in the back, but this picture individually is very nice and clean. So, but overall from the feed standpoint, it breaks the pattern on the top 2 rows, because the top 2 has a warm tone in it, and then this one suddenly is very bright. You can have a intermediate tone just to slowly change the tone from a dark tone and then to a intermediate dark tone and then to a white tone, instead of a dark to a white immediately. So next one. So this one has overall the dark tone feel to me, and I think so this one individually I like the landscape, but overall from the top 9 pictures, the first 9 pictures, this one kind of breaks the pattern of all the dark mood to me. So be careful of when you post this one. Just make sure that it won't break out the overall consistency to this feed. But overall, I like the overall consistent of the dark tone. The only thing I can see is this one kind of breaks the pattern. So next one. So this one, I like the environmental context portrait in this one. It has nice like environment like to stand out, like contrast on the portrait. I'm very aware of the tree coming out right behind the head. If I'm posting this one, I will ask her to sit side so that the tree will not come out directly above the head. So that's my take on that. When posing behind the tree, because sometimes it seems like something grow out of the head if it's directly above the head. So I will position her to the one foot to her left side, so sitting on the left side, and then you can crop it closer and then different rate. So that's my opinion on this cropping, but I like the tone. So that's my take on that. Next one. So I know you might try 2 different tones on this picture, but from the overall feed standpoint, these 2 posts directly together, it creates a kind of like duplicate feel to me when I first landed in the feed. Maybe you can post one of these and then one of these different, and then you post another one saying that I am trying to do the different tone just to stand out. The same thing happened to here. This have a similar hand one. Maybe you post this one first, and then you post this one, and then you post this one. So it's to space out instead of posting 2 almost the same frame next to each other, kind of like become a duplicate feeling to me. But this is nice long exposure in here. So that's my take on that. Next one. So I like you keeping the 3 in a row pattern. So make sure the light is not directly above the head. maybe on the side, maybe position the head on this side and then the light on there. Sometimes the white line, the light kind of distracted my eyes a little bit. And also the background, even the background is blurred out. Make sure the lines are not crossing on the head. You can just position the camera lower so that the lines may be crossing on the body instead of crossing from the head. So that's my take on that. And let's see, next one. Okay, I like the overall tone, the first 3 and then first 5. The only thing I am aware of is the lines are not perpendicular to the ground. I usually rotate to make sure they are 90 degrees vertical to the ground, so that it feels more comfortable to my eyes. So when I'm cropping, I usually be aware of there's no lines that are diagonal, kind of like not 90 degrees. So I have to rotate to the right, maybe 9 degrees, so that it's perpendicular to the ground. Next one. So the tone, I like the brown tone overall in it. There's a brown tone that the only thing I have opinion of is that this one, you have a nice landscape one, and then there's indoor one, and then this is kind of zoom in but not zoom, like in the middle zoom. So maybe space out, because these two seems like these two zoom in together. It seems like too crowded on the first row. You can try post this one first, and then post a wider with more space, because these two has more space in between, and then post this one just to space out. You can use the UNUM app as I mentioned in the previous video. I like the sunset vibes in this one. It's very nice. I really like this picture. So, but overall, also be aware of the lines in the back, like these lines, this white pole sticking out of the head. So I usually won't position her directly in front of those poles. You can position her in this position so that it crops cleaner in the background. Just be aware of all those lines in the back that's sticking out from the head part. So next one. Okay, this one is Zach. Zach is from the Roseville, Sacramento area. So Zach has been shooting very nice already, so I don't have too much opinion on this. I really like his environmental contrast, I mean the context portrait, that it feels like you are in the environment, that the environment context is nicely framed with the flower on the left and right side, and then it focuses on the model in the center, so it's very nicely planned out. Maybe the only thing I can say is that this landscape, it kind of breaks the pattern a little bit. Maybe this can be a portrait with the water, but that's just my opinion in it. So because you have a nice portrait profile continuing, maybe this one can be a small person in the environment. I'm not sure, just my thought on that. So good job, Zach. Next one. I like the yellow tone in this one. It's very nice. So, and the flower tone, nice tone in it. And the overall tone, I really like the overall tone, environment portrait. And I see a little bit of white lines in the back. I will just position her differently in this one. But because there's a very different background, maybe when we see it on the square format, it won't see it. That's fine too. Just like even this little lines in the bokeh kind of breaks the bokeh pattern a little bit. So just make sure even the blur out, there won't be some white bright light, the lines in the back. So, and that's just my take, but overall I really like the tone and the framing in these couple pictures. So keep it up. Next one. Okay, so I'm not sure posting two black and white together unless you have a whole black and white pattern going on. So I will post a black and white one, and then a colorful one, and then a black and white one. So it's just to space out the feed. Next one, I think this is the last one. So sometimes that's why I say I am very aware of posting video, because I'm not sure how to control the thumbnail of the video. Sometimes the thumbnail of the video, like this one, kind of breaks the pattern of the building a little bit. Just my opinion, like my take on that. It is very hard to control on the thumbnail of the video. So unless you made certain thing that purposefully as a thumbnail. So I really like the framing of this one. It's nicely framed by this old building and the new building contrast. So this one is very nice, like the old building style and the new building. So I really like this alley right here. So great job. So that's my take on today's the critique. So I trying to make it quick so that it saves some time for all of you. So thank you so much for your support. I'm almost approaching 70k right now. Thanks for all the comments and like in the video also. So thank you so much. Bye, see you next time.